أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. قال الإمام علي عليه السلام: إن البغي يقود أصحابه إلى النار. البغي يعني العدوان. إن البغي يقود أصحابه إلى النار. Imam Ali alayhi salam said, aggression leads its perpetrators to the hell fire. Again, aggression leads its perpetrators to the hell fire. With Islamic Laws, Part 1, we reach to a new topic, that is tayammum. Tayammum, it means dry ablution. Why we perform a dry ablution? We perform dry ablution when there is no water, or it is not allowed to use this water, there is an impediment, or there is no time. There is no time. If we perform ablution, the time will lapse. That means our salah will be what? Will be qada, out of the time. So tayammum should be performed instead of wudu or ghusl in the following 7 circumstances. That means ablution will allow us, or will give us a permission to perform our salah, if we have the reason why we should perform tayammum. First, when it is not possible to procure sufficient water for performing wudu or ghusl. If we cannot get enough water for performing ghusl, if our obligatory duty is ghusl, we cannot procure water, or if our obligatory duty is what? Is to perform ablution, we cannot perform enough water. In this case, we have to turn into what? To do dry ablution, tayammum. Ruling number 656. If a person happens to be in a populated area which full with people, he should make his best efforts to procure water for wudu or ghusl till such time that he loses all hope. For example, we are in this city, there is no water in the pipes, and I do not have water in my house at all. So am I going to go directly to perform ablution? No, I have to go and have to investigate. I have to ask my neighbor, maybe here or there. I have to bring some water, and to pray with ablution is better than to pray with what? With tayammum. If I do not have at all water in this area, in this case, definitely I keep searching, I keep investigating about water. If I do not get water for ghusl or tayammum, in this case I have to turn to what? To tayammum, dry ablution. If a person happens to be in a populated area, he should make his best efforts to procure water for wudu or ghusl. Definitely for wudu, if he has what? Small hadath. حدث أصغر, just like urinating, going to discharge feces, or sleeping, or passing wind, and something like that, or have deep sleep. In this case, he needs to perform ablution. Ghusl, if he has حدث أكبر, just like hayd, janaba, nufas, excessive istihada, touching the deceased after it's being called. Till such time, his best efforts to procure water for wudu or ghusl, till such time that he loses all hope. حتى يصبح شنو? Please close the door. حتى يصبح يائس. Until he loses hope. حتى ييأس من الحصول على الماء. This time he can perform what? He can perform tayammum. And if it happens to be in a desert, this person, he is in a desert, he should search for water on the way or at nearby places. Okay, but what is the distance he should search for? Is it 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers? I have to know, because the desert is what? The desert is what? It's so wide. You should give me what? You should give me the distance. And if the land is what? Is uneven land or densely wooded. Uneven lands يعني شنو؟ يعني أرض إيش بيها؟ شو نقول عليها بالعربي؟ لا إله إلا الله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. يعني أرض مو جرداء، أرض مو جرداء، مو مستوية، أرض حزنة. exactly. شو الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد. قد بيفتح الصلاة على محمد. يسموها أرض حزنة. لا مو شرط بيها مي. أرض حزنة يعني صعوبة الانتقال بيها، كأنما صخرية، كأنما وجود بها أشجار ونخيل ومستنقعات. هذه يسموها أرض حزنة. كتبوها عليها uneven حزنة or densely wooded. أو شنو يعني بيها؟ شلون الكثافة الزراعية، مستنقعات، أهوار، أحراش. And it is difficult to walk. He should search for water in all the 4 directions, from east, south, and west, and north, for a distance covered by 1 or 2 flings of an arrow. 2 flings of an arrow, you know, when we took the arrow and we throw it, this one fling, and then we go to that area and we took another arrow and we throw it again. So in such area, in an uneven area, we have to search about 2 what? رميتين، غلوتين يسموها، غلوتي سهم. He should search for water in all the 4 directions for a distance covered by 1 or 2 flings of an arrow. إما رمية أو رميتين، غلوة أو غلوتين من السهم. يدور. For all directions, 4 directions. A fling is equal to about 200 steps. 200 steps. 200 خطوة. أو 200 خطوة. بلي. Ruling number 657. If out of the 4 directions, some are even and others are uneven. بعض هذه الأرض قسمها شنو بيها؟ مستوي سهل، وبعضها شنو؟ حزن. شو راح نسوي؟ One should search for water in the even direction to the extent of 2 arrows flings and on the side which is uneven to the extent of 1 arrow length. So with even area, we have to search about what? For 2 arrows, with 2 arrow lengths. And with uneven area, with 1 arrow length. Is this understood? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Ruling number 658. It is not obligatory for a person to search for water in the direction where he is sure that water is not available. He knows that, for example, he came from this direction and he noticed there isn't any water. Does he need to go back and check? No. Look, he should search. What does that mean, he should search? That means if he performed tayammum without checking or searching, and there is a possibility of finding water with investigating, his tayammum is what? Is void. His tayammum is void. Ruling number 659. If the time left for salah is not short, if the time left for salah is not short, and if he is sure or feels sure that water is available at a farther place, more than 2 flings, okay, he should go there to procure water. Why? Because he has time. Number one, he has time, and the other thing, he is sure that the water is there, so he has to go. Provided that going there is not extremely difficult. Going there is not extremely difficult. I mean, this distance is not difficult for him to go and procure water. And that the distance is not unusually long. Sometimes the distance is unusual long. So you do not need to go there. Perform tayammum. And if he has mere suspicion, ولو ظن ضعيف جدا, mere suspicion about water being there, then it is not necessary for him to go. At least he is sure that water is there, and it is not difficult to go there, and the distance is not unusual. Okay, go. But if you have mere suspicion, you do not need to go there. It is not necessary to go there. What does that mean? To perform tayammum. To perform tayammum. Then it is not necessary for him to go. In his commentary on the book entitled مَنْ لَا يَحْضَرُهُ الْفَقِيهِ, the late Allama al-Majlisi has defined the distance covered by an arrow to be equal to 200 footsteps. Sayyid Sistani mentioned what Allama al-Majlisi has mentioned in his book مَنْ لَا يَحْضَرُ الْفَقِيهِ, the distance about what? About 200 footsteps. 200 قدم. المسافة تساوي ايش قد؟ يعني هاي غلوة السهم ايش قد؟ 200 قدم. Since that Sayyid Sistani has mentioned this in his book, that means he is what? He is accept it. He is accepting the idea or the distance of Allama al-Majlisi. Yes, he is pleased with this. Otherwise, why he is mentioning this? If he displeased or disagree with his opinion, why he mentioned this? Ruling number 600. It is not necessary that a person should go himself in search of water. It is not necessary that he is himself to go himself. What's wrong with her? You need to go out? Okay. It is not necessary that a person should go himself in search of water. He can send a reliable person. Look, reliable person, a trustee one, for this purpose. Which purpose? To search about water. And it is sufficient if one person goes on behalf of many. It is sufficient if one reliable person will go and search or procure water on behalf of the rest of the people. It doesn't matter. But this person should be what? Should be reliable. Trustee person. $601. Am I right? 660 and 661. 661. I mentioned it before 600. No, 660 and now 661. If a person feels that there might be some water in the provision he carries or at the place of encampment or even in the convoy, if he feels that the water is in his convoy, in the cars, in one of the bags, okay, he should search for it thoroughly. He should go and search for it thoroughly. You know what's the meaning of thoroughly? Exactly. Till he is satisfied that there is no water or he becomes hopeless. Till he is sure that there is no water, then he turns to perform tayammum. Or till he becomes what? Hopeless. When he becomes hopeless, when he does not have time, and if he keeps searching, the salah will be qada, not ada. He will be hopeless from this side. In this case, he has to perform what? He has to perform tayammum. Ruling number 662. If a person searched for water before the time for salah, he searched for water before the time of salah is being set, but did not find it, and if he stayed there till the time of a prayer set in, he should search for water again. He should. Why? Why he should? Let's see. As a recommended precaution, he should search again. When I searched, there is no water, and the time before the time of salah, okay, and even I do not have any doubt that I will find water there. Look, as a recommended precaution, should search for water again as a recommended precaution, provided he feels that water may be found. So when he, when he is going to do this recommended, when he has a condition that he is going to what? He is going to procure water. Is this understood? يعني هو بحث قبل الصلاة وإجا وقت الصلاة يريد يصلي. هنا شو نقول له؟ نقول خلاص دورت أنا بعد مين راح يجي لي؟ لا مطر أكو ولا شيء. نقول له خلاص يعني أنت شو تظن ما تلقى ماء إذا تدور؟ قال لا ما أظن. إذا ما أظن روح تيمم. لو ثاني قال لا أنا احتمال ألقى ماء. أي أحس إنه راح ألقى ماء. نقول له لا روح هنا على الحوض استحبابا إن تروح تدور على الماء. Ruling number 663. If a person searched for water after the time for salah had set in, and did not find it, if he stayed there till the time for next prayer if he stayed in the same place for the next prayer, for the incoming prayer, and if he felt there was a possibility of water being found, there is a possibility, the water being found, the recommended precaution is that he should not go in search of water again. He should not go for search in water again, wait. If he felt there was a possibility of water being found, the recommended precaution is that he should, أنا مكتوب عندي not والأصح هي should go. أي again. If a person searched for water after the time for Salah had set in and did not find it, he searched and he does not find water. If he stayed there till the time for next prayer, and if he felt there was a possibility of water being found, the recommended precaution is that he should go. إذا عندكم not امسحوها. He should go in search of water again. Why? Because he felt there was a possibility of water. فارفعوا كلمة not. As a recommended precaution, yes. So remove not. Okay? Ruling number 664. When the time left for prayer is short. When the time for the prayer left is what? Is short. That means after this time it will be what? It will be qada, not ada. It will be qada. When the time left for prayer is short, or when there is fear of thieves or wild beasts, or when the search for water is unbearable, for example, because of the heat of the sun, unusual distance, yes, it is not necessary for one to search for water. It is not necessary for one to search for water. Ruling number 665. If a person does not search for water till the time for Salah approaches, qada, it means that he delay his prayer and delay searching for water until the time of Salah will be qada. If a person does not search for water till the time for Salah approaches, qada, in spite of the fact that he would have found water if he had tried. That means if he tried, he will have what? He will have water. Such a person has committed a sin. Okay? What a sin? That he did not search, but his tayammum is valid or void. Let's see. لا تجاوبون من جهة الصفحة. عافية حبابات. Such a person has committed a sin, and we explain what a sin, that he does not search, but the salah which he will pray with tayammum will be valid. The salah will be valid. Because it is his obligatory duty either to perform ablution or tayammum. And in his mind there is no water, but his obligatory duty to do what? To search. He disobeys the order and he does not search. Okay? But he performs what? He performs tayammum. وَلَا صَلَاةَ إِلَّا بِطَهُورٍ. And tayammum is one of the tahur ways. Okay? In this case, he committed a sin because he does not search, but his salah is what? Is valid. You understand this? لا هو بس ما دور. خلينا نكمل نشوف. He has committed a sin, but the salah which he will pray with tayammum will be valid, and the recommended precaution to do qada. This is the recommended precaution to do qada. Ruling number 666. If a person is sure that he cannot get water, get water and does not therefore go in search. He cannot get water and does not therefore go in search of water and offers his prayer with tayammum, but realizes after prayer that if he had made an effort he would have fetched water, he should, as an obligatory precaution, do wudu and repeat the prayer. This person, he searched about what? About water. Does he? No. He is sure that he cannot get water. But if he get more efforts, يعني لو تعب نفسه شوية زيادة راح يحصل. But he prayed with what? With tayammum. In this case, as an obligatory precaution, definitely he prayed with tayammum, but as an obligatory precaution to perform ablution and to pray again. And to repeat the prayer as an obligatory precaution. Ruling number 667. If a person could not get water after a search and prayed with tayammum, he searched and he does not get water, then he performed tayammum and he prayed now, and learned later after offering a prayer that water was available at the place where he had searched, his prayer is valid. Why? Because he obeyed. Yes, he obeyed and he do his obligatory duty. He searched. شو يسوي عشان نعد من الشنقة؟ شو رد نعد؟ قلنا له دور الرجال، بس فات انه كان اكو موجود مي بس ما شاف، خلص صلاته مقبولة وعلى حسب الأصل. بعدين من رجع شاف اكو مي هنا موجود بس ما منتبه عليه، يقول يا بعيد صلاتي مقبولة مرفوضة؟ قال لا، صلاتك صحيحة وحتى إعادة ما يحب. ليش؟ لأن أنت قمت بوظيفتك الشرعية، أنت بحثت. لا مو هذا بذل ذاك ما دقق. Ruling number 668. If a person believed that the time left for a prayer was little, he believed that the time left for salah is little. That means if he search for water, the prayer will be what? Will be qada. The prayer will be qada. And prayed with tayammum without going in search of water. Why he performed tayammum? On his belief. على ما يعتقد انه شنو ماكو الوقت قليل، انه اذا راح يدور صلاة ايش راح تصير؟ راح تصير قضاء، طق ايدي يتيمم صلى. But later learned after the prayer, but before the expiry of time, that means still he has a time, that there was time for a search of water. There was a time for search of water before the expiry of time. Then the obligatory precaution is that he should repeat that prayer as obligatory precaution. He should repeat that prayer. Yes. والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.